Hi, this is gonna be a daily experience video again a very casual everyday experience. Um, I had to go to a blood test. I don't have any serious health condition, don't worry. But I was really afraid of it. So I hate it. I hate blood and I hate everything surrounded by this, but it went very well and I was so happy. And then I thought about like my favorite shoe shop that is very near to the hospital, so I felt like maybe I should check it. I haven't been there for like a year. So I went there and I saw some great shoes, like 75% off, and I could buy some for my little sister and one for me, and I was really happy about it. This is my gift. I always get discounts everywhere. I never buy anything at a full price. And I really feel like, yeah, this is the part of God's providence on my life. Like, I get always these discounts and it makes me super happy. And then I was really hungry and bought some food. And I went to see my little sister and give her the new shoes. And she was really happy about it and it fit her. And we had a little conversation. And it was such a good weather, like a summer weather in the autumn, like absolutely summer weather. And I was like, oh, maybe I should go to the Margaret Island, which is an island in the Danube in Budapest. And it's a large park basically, but it's an island. And it is beautiful. A lot of flowers, fountains. It's a tourist attraction. And maybe I should go there and spend the afternoon with God there. And I was walking on the bank of the Danube. Um, I don't know, is it called bank? I don't know. So I was walking along the Danube and I saw a homeless man. It's not a surprise, there are a lot of homeless men there. But he was sitting there all by himself. I didn't pay much attention. I went to the island. Um, it was beautiful. I was like making a few calls regarding the conference and the book and all that, organizing stuff, so I was working a little bit, but I spent a lot of time like in silence. As you probably noticed that I love silence. So I was just laying and sitting in beautiful spots, like with birds singing, beautiful flowers, silence. It really makes me enjoy God. mm. And I have this little practice that I leave behind all my identities, like the YouTuber girl behind, the girl who came from a poor neighborhood in Hungary behind, the girl who is a full-time minister behind, the girl who got healed of depression behind, the girl who organizes events and has a book and all that behind. And it's so good because if you leave all of that behind, all that is left, the default mode presence of God, the breath of God into Adam, like the incorruptible seed that I am, the God in me that I am. And there is so much joy and freedom in it. I really love staying as I am, as the I am. So it's very boring. There's nothing spectacular about it. It's like me sitting on a bench for hours without like moving much. So I'm terribly boring. I never take anyone with me because they would be super bored. And I was walking at times in the woods, laying on the grass, laying in the flower bed. Um, and I had this, like, this atmosphere of heaven, this joy, this carelessness, this irresponsible child being. Like, I don't take care of anything. I don't even manage my own life. I just am in God. I really love this this state, but it's not a state. It's like who I actually am. It's like we have a lot of costumes of identities, and when we take the costumes of all those identities, only our core is left. That is the presence of God. And it's great to like realize this core, this essence about me, and see it, and be it, and experience it. So this is the little practice I have. I recommend it to anyone. It's so much fun, and it makes you free. Like it does not make you free, not the practice, like, but you realize this truth and it makes you free. So it was late in the afternoon, and then I felt like moving forward. Sometimes I write down a few daily Jesuses in my notebook. I always have my notebook with me, but most of the time I'm just sitting or laying there. So I was walking along the Danube again, and there was the homeless man still. And he looked like he is not completely sane, and I don't really like talking to homeless people that you can't talk with. When they are like so out of their mind, like you can't even have a conversation with. I don't have a technique for like communicating with them, only with those like who can be verbal still. So some of them are so mad that they are just groaning or shouting, and they don't really talk. So this man looked like he might not be able to talk to me. And I was like, okay, still give it a try. I asked him whether I could like buy him something at the shop, and he said was fine. He didn't want to move to the shop because he had all his stuffs there. But I had a lot of food with me that I bought at the grocery store and that I was taking with me the whole afternoon. And I was like, oh, how silly I am to like do the groceries and then go on a walk. But then it made sense. The guy didn't want to go to the shop to carry all of his belongings with him. So he was so happy that I could just give him stuff that I had with me. And then I told him that he can have a conversation with God. And he said he has conversations with God. And then we were talking about how he got to the streets and all that. And then I prayed for him, and the Holy Spirit really touched him. He said like, oh, it gives me goosebumps what you're doing. But I was not even touching him. I didn't lay my hands on him. We were just talking about the love of God. So it was great. And I was so happy that I enjoyed God the whole day, and I could share this joy with someone. And it's so good that I don't have to do outreach, or like I don't have to plan those things. I used to do it and I'm fine with it, and if you feel like doing it, do it, please. But it's like it was a little bit stressful for me and unnatural for me, and it's so good that I can just like live my life and realize those situations, that all those good deeds God has prepared for me. Like, and if you have a life that is not all about busy tasks, then you can just realize those situations and step into them. Like, it's very natural and very easy. This is what I realized. Like, it's easy to love people, way easier than doing outreach. Or like, yeah, it was so good. I haven't been on an intentional outreach for a long time. Actually, I spend a lot of time at home, like writing and making videos, so I'm not out there in the streets. And I also live in a very beautiful area of Budapest, and there are no homeless people here or no one in need. And it was so great to like be there and having time and attention to what God was about to do through me. So yeah, it was great. Um, and then I was thinking about buying a hot dinner for myself. I even gave the guy money. I rarely give money to those guys, but he was so happy and surprised by it. So I was thinking about buying a hot meal for me myself, and I really love broccoli rice with sauce, and I bought some for myself, and I was so happy. And the salted caramel cake, it was amazing, and I was so full. Like, this day was awesome in every way. Like, yeah, I was with God, and I lived the truth of my being the whole day. It was amazing. And it was very simple. It wasn't like I had a supernatural encounter. I don't have it every day, not even every week. But it's like the same sense of presence, the same atmosphere that I experienced during a great encounter I had throughout the day. And I came home and I was so happy that, yeah, this whole day was about enjoying the life of God. So that was the casual daily experience. God bless you. You are loved. Enjoy the life of God.